Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another segment of Now in ENC. This is kind of a newer segment that we're doing here at WNCT to highlight certain events and opportunities going on here in the area and bringing on special guests to talk a little bit more about those events and opportunities so you guys know all the things to be aware of here in ENC, what's happening here in ENC. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on our special guest for today. We are being joined by Miss Alston Colburn. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Of course, so happy to have you. And you are ECU's University Archivist. I hope I'm saying that correctly. So talk to me a little bit about, what is your everyday job look like?
My focus is to collect the records of the university that we want to keep long-term for faculty, students, staff, and the general public to be able to come and use for research. And so we have a good record of what's happened here at the university over time. So I try to collect those, preserve them, and then make them available for the public and people to use.
Definitely. And right now, you guys are doing something pretty unique. We're obviously coming out of a year-long pandemic from COVID-19. We're kind of still in that pandemic. So you guys are actually creating a COVID-19 archive collection from people right here in Eastern North Carolina. So talk to me about, what was the idea behind doing this?
Yeah, well, so around, the beginning of the pandemic, the spring of 2020, some of us in our special collections division, we were all kind of thinking that it would to collect stories about what was happening here locally, to document that for the future. And, I think we also thought that maybe that would be a good outlet for people to share in this time that was very stressful and where they didn't feel like they had a lot of control over things. And there are other places across the country doing this sort of thing, other archives doing it locally at their places too. So there was a precedent for that. But we just felt like, we were well positioned to be able to reach out to people across Eastern North Carolina and try to do that effort. Definitely. So we launched an online website to help with that in June of 2020 and have been collecting stories digitally there and artwork people made, all different kinds of expressions about their experiences since then. But we also are very happy to take physical items if people want to send us things on paper. That's totally fine too.
Definitely. And what kind of stories are you guys looking for? Are you looking for those crazy kind of COVID-19 way out there stories? Or are you looking for, the everyday person? What did you go through during this pandemic? What was your everyday kind of like? What are you guys kind of looking for with these stories?
Yeah, I would definitely say the latter. We're really trying to focus to make sure we reach out to lots of different groups of people. And get stories of everyone's regular, sort of days of their lives. I think that's our most important thing, and in all archives work really is we want to try to have as many different perspectives represented as possible. So we've gotten a lot of stuff from the campus community. We have gotten stuff from local organizations like the Kiwanis and local museums, things like this. But we definitely are hoping to get some more stuff from people just about like what it's like working from home while you're trying to take care of small children, or what it's like working in the hospital. We recently got the site translated to Spanish, and so we're hoping that might help us get some more information from people in the Spanish-speaking community here, for example. So really everyone's just regular everyday experience of what it was like for you personally is what we want to get a full picture. And people are allowed to submit anonymously, and a lot of people have. So that's definitely an option. You don't have to put your name on it. I think that's a good thing to note too.
Definitely. And for somebody who is interested in doing this, interested in sharing their story, how can they go about sharing this or bringing their story collections to you guys? How can someone go about doing this, and what does that time frame look like?
So the online website, you can get to it through the Joyner Library, ECU Joyner Library's main campus web page. We have a big scrolling banner at the top with that link. There's also one on the Walpus Health Sciences Library webpage. And then, so you can submit there anytime, and we don't have any plans to stop collecting anytime soon, because I think that even realistically, after the pandemic is over, quote unquote, I mean, people are still going to be thinking about it, dealing with the aftermath and processing things for a long time. So we don't have a cutoff date. So you can submit stuff online anytime. This week, we are having a table in the main lobby of Joyner Library on the main campus at lunchtime from 12 to 1 through Saturday. We'll be there Saturday too, where you could drop off physical things if you wanted to. You can make an appointment with us anytime, though, to drop off a physical thing later, or at the Health Sciences Library as well. So you would just find our main contact info on the library homepage, and give a call and get in touch with Special Collections, and we'd be able to make an appointment with you.
Awesome. Well, Austin, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to jump on this Zoom call with me and tell us a little bit more about these archives you guys are collecting, and, the importance behind these for future generations to be able to look back on the pandemic and read the stories of people from Eastern North Carolina. So I think this is super special and a really important thing to be doing. So I thank you guys for doing this, and I thank you again for talking with me about this today. And thank you guys for joining us for another segment of Now in ENC. I'm going to link some of this extra information below for the ECU COVID Archive collections if you're interested, and we will see you next time.